Hi everyone! So today I have a new book for you, and this book actually has been recommended recently by one of my viewers here on YouTube, and I remember seeing this book. Now I don't remember when exactly it was published, how new it is, so let's have a quick look. Oh yes, so the back of the book, it says here 2021, so it's actually a brand new book. But I do remember seeing it. Maybe it was, maybe it has been popped up. Oh look, it matches my red nail polish. Maybe it popped up on my Amazon suggested list or something like that. So it's a brand new book and it is gorgeous. So the first book I have done a review on. So the creators are Darroch and Michael Putnam. So I hope I pronounced the names correctly. They are New York-based flower arrangement couple. So one of them does the florist. He creates these beautiful bouquets, and I think his husband does the photography of them. So they make a dream team together because these creations are stunning, and I think they have been featured in Vogue magazines and in like big fashion events, and just yeah, they are quite sought after. So this is their second book. The first book, let me just see if I can grab it. So the first book was the Flower Color Guide, and you know I loved it absolutely if you watched the review already. So basically this book goes individual flowers. So these are not flower bouquets, these are individual flowers that are color coordinated, starting from white ending with black, and basically you can see how many colors there are, so it's quite interesting. So they go in a beautiful order, and every flower is on one page, and you get beautiful kind of introduction to all of these stunning colors. This book, however, features it's the same format, and it features bouquets. Back to the book. So this book features bouquets, and the good thing about it is it's got a color palette. So in every page that represents the bouquet, you get a beautiful color palette breakdown, and if there is more of one color, it's a bigger kind of strip of the color, and it's so useful. The only negative, if I had to say, is that because this is such a small format of a book, it doesn't lay flat very well, and you basically don't kind of experience this bouquet photography in its full glory. So I personally, I think it should have been a larger book, and then we could have it like this whole bouquet on one page or something like that, without disturbing it into two pages. But nonetheless, it is really stunning. The colors are beautiful. It's super useful if you are into color palettes, so you can have a look at the bouquet first and see if you can pick out colors on your own, so different greens, and then if you need some help, have a look what color breakdown we have here, how much of which color there is more, and then there are other colors that are less of. So like little accents of for instance, here we have eucalyptus, and it's a small kind of gray area here. So it's really beautiful. Then there are less colors, more minimal pieces as well. So you can see there is peach, and there is pink, and there is like a peach that's like a pinky peach. So we've got three tones of this sort of pinky peachy colors. We've got three green areas, and then like a white and sort of a grayish color, or like a, I wonder where this is coming from. It's like a light gray, but I'm not picking it up from here. I just can see white. Maybe it's the dish. I wonder if the dish is included or not. Yeah, and then you have this bit of information which says accent color, butter yellow with dark green accent. Then we have the breakdown of the flowers that I used here, so that's quite useful. Look at that. Who knew you can put kale into bouquets? I never thought of that. I love kale as a food. It's super good and nutritious for you. But what we have here is rose, hellebore, tulip, cavallo nero kale, so that one, ranunculus and fern. And then it says here, a backdrop of dark foliage contrasts with lighter hued florals, showcasing the flowers and emphasizing their beauty. So you can take that into your botanical illustrations and, for instance, set the mood with darker greens and have your lighter flowers. So you can totally take inspiration from this book, and it's beautiful. Also, if you want to learn how to paint or draw compositions of flowers, this is also very useful, because every bouquet that there is, it has its own kind of structure and composition and textures and all of that. So you can see how beautiful this is. This is stunning book. I'm so glad that my viewer, if you're watching, thank you so much. I don't know if you want to be named or not, mentioned this book, and I went, checked it out and got it. So yeah, absolutely love it. Then let's look at the back of it. How different is it? I think as well, if you look at the colors, it also starts with the lighter color arrangements. So more of the white, and then it goes slowly into pinks, peaches, yellows, greens, and then we have more of the lilacs and the sort of autumnal colors, and yellows again, yellows and blues. Wow, that is a stunning bouquet. Lemons and mimosa. Wow, with sweet peas in there. Isn't that gorgeous? So unique. So yeah, and then we're going into the pinks and reds, and then we finished with the darker colors. Look at that under the globes as well. Yeah, so here are the darker colors, and then we finish on these sort of, wow, a dried up banana leaf and some sort of seed pods or like bean pods. I'm not sure what that is. Amazing. And these dusty kind of vintage looking roses. I mean, they are mushrooms. Wow. I was just about to say they're super talented, this duo, and I mean, look at that. Yeah, so then it goes into calorie theory basics, which is quite useful for all of us who love art and watercolor and other art supplies and mediums. And there's a little breakdown here, and then we have the flower categories, useful tips for arrangement. So if you are wanting to learn about flower arrangement, this would be quite useful as well. And then at the back we have color swatches. So technically you could break these apart because they're perforated, and you could keep them somewhere separate and use them, you know, for inspiration. But being me, I wouldn't do that. I would just keep it here and try to recreate these color combos on a separate piece of paper with watercolor or maybe other art supplies or medium, without disturbing these palettes, because once you take it out, you can lose it in your studio and things, and I don't want to be looking around and trying to find it. So I would keep it as it is and just get inspiration from it. And the other thing is, you don't have to use like all of the colors. You can use half of them. You can break it up into colors that into less colors, into more limited color palettes as well. So yeah, and it goes through every single flower arrangement, by the way. that there is. It says here the page number as well on every one of them. And it also reminds you of the same information that's on the page there, so that you kind of can follow it. So what flowers they are, the accent color, and a little bit about the composition. And it is amazing. I mean, it's totally worth the money. Although you'd expect, for the price of it, you'd expect a larger, maybe even hardcover book. But I mean, look at that. It's just filled, absolutely filled. Imagine how much work went into this, trying to create every single bouquet. Like a bouquet takes probably, I don't know, hours, an hour or more. I don't know how long it takes to create such bouquets, but imagine that. And does it say anywhere how many bouquets there are? I mean, sometimes you get more than one per page, so it would be hard to count, but I can't see. Oh, here we go. Book includes 175 arrangements. Wow. So yeah, totally worth the pack. Okay, so I hope you found it useful. Thanks so much for watching and see you soon.